And here we go. Hello, hello, hello. We are starting off this afternoon stream with more comics. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Hope your day is going okay so far. Mine is going okay so far. Although I forgot to take out the trash this morning, which means I have to do it later. I don't like that, because taking out the trash is such an annoying chore. But no one but me can do it, so I gotta do it at some point. Otherwise, it is going fine. Hope it is going fine for you. I should turn this thing down a bit. Chris's hair is getting even longer. They're becoming metal band guitarist or whatever. Oh, as long as the project is fun, even if the work is tedious. Sometimes fun projects require tedious work. In fact, often they do. But then it's okay, because the project is fun. It's better than tedious work and it's not even fun. It just feels tedious. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. Again, I hope your day is going well. We are working on the next Eldritchrune comic. I am doing the clean lines even though I'm not actually done with the roughs for the whole thing yet, because this is a very long one. This is 24 pages, which is the longest one yet. I'm like, how did this get this long? But we're just focused on clean lines today because those are nice and relaxing for me to do on stream. Hello, hello, thank you for coming to the stream. Always appreciate you being here. Ah yes, the monotonous days. We'll get back to that with work soon tomorrow. I'm like, oh, my vacation is over. I'll have to go back to it. Oh, ads already. Get out of here, ads. Get out of here, ads. It's not time for me to stretch yet. Speaking of, I'm not really setting my alarm, so I should make sure I set the clock. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. And yes, it has been a while, because I've been away for visiting my family for vacation, which is always good. It's nice to not have to worry about that much stuff and just kind of relax a bit. Other stuff going on, but not computery stuff usually. But yep, it's a new year, so it's time to get back into it. I'm already nervous about upcoming things. I was vet again with Alfie's, and my surgery is coming up in like 4 weeks. Nothing else. I really want to finish this one before the surgery, because I'm probably not going to be able to draw for a while for that, because I'm going to be recovering from it. Excuse me. Need my water. Ugh. Probably about 2 weeks of little to no drawing after that, I'm guessing. I'm not sure. We'll see what the doctor says. Yeah. I don't get to see family much. They're in another country from me. I'm always busy, so it's hard to talk on the phone, and it's hard to talk in person, and it's expensive to fly, and all that stuff. So yeah, just spending time to focus on that is good. And I also get along with my family, so that's a big plus. I know for some people it's like, holidays suck because their family they do not get along with, but I get along with my family, so I feel very fortunate in that regard. This part's also probably, like, this part is, easy on the background. It's going to be hard on effects, though. We're going to have to do a lot of effects work with it, so. Let's see how that goes. Sweet. What kind of tablet did you get? Although there's a recent controversy with Wacom posting an ad that had AI in it, which they should not have done. I'm wondering if there's a misunderstanding there, but people are understandably very annoyed. Make sure I keep all the stuff on the correct layer. But yeah, if you got a new tablet, give it a try. I'm so used to just drawing stuff digitally now that, like, switching back to analog is a little hard for me. Or, like, you know, painting and stuff like that. I really should do more of it. I really would like to do not another, but in the distant future, do an analog art project. Cool. I haven't heard of that, but hey, if you have it on a budget, it gets the job done, and that's what matters. It is nice that there are at least, like, options out there now aside from Wacom, because when I was younger, Wacom was pretty much the only option. But now there are competitors. That helps. Shocking time. It also depends on, like, what you need it for and stuff like that. Sometimes you just need something very simple to do basic stuff. And sometimes you need something that is fancier. I definitely basically need, like, a workhorse, because I spend so much of my time on my computer drawing stuff. So I want workhorse style equipment. And do lots and lots of work all the time. Sure, I save all the time too. Yeah, I first started using tablets I was in high school. And I don't even know if they had Cintiqs yet. If they did, I was not aware of it. But, it was my senior year of high school, I think. So I was, 17, 18 or whatever, a while ago. Ancient days. And, I was gifted my first tablet by some grandparents because I was trying to work on animation. I did not have much in the way of, programs for it. Because this was back in the day, we didn't really have much for that. So basically what I was doing was I was drawing it by hand and then scanning it in, scanning all the pages in one at a time, and then I would color it in the computer in Photoshop. It was like Photoshop 4 or something, really old version of Photoshop. And then I would put those frames together as still frames in iMovie. And this was for like a 5-minute animation. Nothing there was really meant to do that, and I kind of broke iMovie really badly. Like, it was doing stuff it was really not supposed to. I somehow finished it, but it got to the point where, like, I could not go back and edit the movie after a certain point because, like, the actual clips were just buried under each other. Yeah, the nice thing about a tablet is that you can, kind of, excuse me. It's easier to edit files a bit. It's also easier to, copy-paste things over and over, which is useful. That's what we use. We have a digital program we use for storyboarding. And there's a lot of tools in there, so it's like, okay, instead of drawing the same panel over and over, you can copy it and then, you know, tweak something on it and tweak the next thing, etc., etc. So it's a bit of a time saver that way. Although I guess that's kind of how, you know, they did old animation back in the day too. You wouldn't necessarily copy the entire, at least for the rough animation, you wouldn't copy the entire cell. You would just, you know, do mouth movements on one, head movement on another layer. And then they just started doing that in digitally eventually. Well, first they started just coloring stuff digitally before they started drawing it digitally, I think. Can't remember what order Chris's, like, what are these called? That armor you put over the thighs. Not the thighs, yeah, it's the thighs. I don't remember what it's called. I'm very bad with armor. Probably should look that up, actually. So I know what I'm talking about. Yeah, it does take getting used to. Like, when I first got my tablet, it took a long time for me to get used to it. Again, I was still mostly doing stuff by hand, and then I had to, like, practice getting used to the tablet before I started doing the drawing on the tablet itself. So it just takes some time. That's normal. You gotta train yourself the way you would most tools. Now that I've done it so much, I'm like, oh, I can't go back to the other one. Oh no. Well, no, I can draw okay on other stuff, but mostly like painting is what's hard. But there's still like a fun to doing stuff traditionally that digital never quite gets. Okay. On to this one. So the only problem with this AU is that, like, because Chris is so much smaller compared to, like, most of the other characters, it, kind of makes drawing in some shots difficult. Ralsei kind of is small too, but... Chris especially is small. So proportion-wise, it's like, oh no, they're getting lost in the bigness of everything else. Alright, thank you for coming. Chris, you're too small. Why are you so small? I gotta switch to smaller brush. Also, now their hair is too long. Ugh, I'm not ready to go back to work tomorrow. I need more vacation time, but I can't have it. And crickets are going at it again. By going at it, I mean chirping incessantly, as they do. Hey, Caddy's finally showing up. Yay! They are very noisy. Like, honestly, I was worried it would bother me more, but now I've just gotten so used to it that, like, I'm just like, oh, sure, it's fine. Well, I don't mind. I only mind when if they, like, escape and then they're chirping from somewhere else in the house. I'm like, you're not in your designated chirping spot. Where are you? Ah! You must stay in your designated chirping zone. Hate it. I don't know why it was so weird. I'm like, you know, I can hear the chirping normally and it doesn't bother me. But if they escape and they're chirping, or, you know, I throw some in the trash because they look dead, and then they're not dead and they're chirping, I'm like, you're not chirping in the correct place. How could you do this to me? Can't remember if her back right leg is in the void for her or not. I have to look up how that looks. Oh no, loosen the walls. That's even worse. That's even worse. Because then there's just no way to get them and they just won't shut up and you were stuck with it forever. I'm pretty sure one escaped into my bathroom drain earlier, so I'm going to have to do something about that. Yes, it is Year of the Dragon. I hope this year is a good year for her. I gotta take her to the vet soon, and I'm anxious about it. And figure out what's going on with her. Still. I'm like, Alphys, please let this be your year. She was cuddling with me today. I usually take her out around lunchtime. Just put her on my shoulder. And she just stays there and is all snuggly for a bit. Alright, he has these lines, special lines. Although the other day she decided, I'm gonna climb down your back, and I'm like, ah! I just kind of had to lay down on the couch, and she was like, you know, a cat that's in a position where you can't move because the cat is stuck on you. That was her. She was just on my back. I'm like, okay, I guess I'm stuck here now. Forever. Because that is where she has decided to stay. Well, I guess technically also Year of the Dragon doesn't start until like February. We are technically still in Year of the Rabbit. Aww. Yay. I've always wanted bearded dragons, so I'm so glad I finally got one. They are so sweet. I like reptiles in general. And I'm a little nervous about taking care of different ones because, you know, they often require very specialized care. So, I like bearded dragons. They are remarkably chill. Again, I can put her on my shoulder and walk around the house and she'll just hang out there. Be like, yep, here I am. I'm happy with what's happening with the situation. Like I went to, you know, go downstairs and open the apartment door for a friend that was coming in. And I just happened to already have Alphys on me, so I'm like, okay, I'll just bring her with me. Okay, good luck. Happened to have her with me while I was walking down. And then I was walking back up with my friend and she was on my shoulder. And one of my neighbors just like opened the door and saw this, you know, giant lizard on my shoulder. And they were like, oh, what's that? And we're immediately enchanted. I'm like, it's my lizard. And they're like, oh. I'm like, yes, shower her with love. She deserves it. They do. Alphys is very much, she lives up to her namesake. She doesn't want to go out ever. She hugs her shark plushie all day. And she doesn't eat healthy. I don't know if they're necessarily social, like not necessarily with other beardies, but they're very tolerant of being handled. And they are very okay with, like, you know, hanging around humans. They are okay with being picked up, and, you know, but you shouldn't manhandle them or anything, but you know, some reptiles are like, don't touch me. But, like, beardies are very, very okay with being touched or hugged or pet or picked up. Especially if, like, you train them from when they're young. To, oh, I just realized I forgot to put the dang antlers on. Ugh, where's her antlers? Oh, looks like it's in here. I forgot to put the dang antlers on Noelle. So I have them separated out. Ugh. Didn't realize until just now. It's easier to copy paste from this than trying to like draw it from memory every time. Yeah, they're at least very tolerant of humans, but they, like with other lizards, they can be territorial. At least definitely the males can. Okay, there we go. And you'll know they're being territorial because they're puff up big and make their beards all black, which I've never actually seen her do. Yeah, I have seen her puff, but I haven't seen like the totally black beard. Oh yeah, they're very funny. Like I'm sure you've seen the thing online of like, you know, the beardie that's like bam 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 bam, bam like trying to run really hard on you know, the slippery floor and it's not managing. It's just like little legs are going and it can't get any headway. It's trying really hard. That beardie absolutely is aggro because he wants to mate. You see him going after the lady beardie in the video. He is doing he has the black beard. He's like head bobbing and slapping the ground. That is beardie language for I want the sex now. I want my lady friend. It can also mean I want to fight, but in this case I'm pretty sure it was I want lady friend. They're very funny. Yeah, at least what I've heard, they say you shouldn't actually keep them like housed together if you have more than one, because like the males will get territorial and they'll get into fights, and it might not hurt you, but they could hurt each other, so that's not good. Although I have had her bite me before. Not, you know, like because she was mean. It was entirely my fault. And it doesn't look like it, but they have like really little sharp teeth. Really little teeth. Or like I think somebody on the server the other day shared that video of what was it, Percy, the little bearded dragon that loves that sock. And it's like, oh, it's so cute, he loves the sock. I'm like, yeah, he is trying to mate with that sock. the grabbing it and slapping the ground and black beard, that's all very much this sock is my girlfriend. You're going to have little lizard sock babies. Which, to be fair, little lizard socks, those would probably be very cute. Picturing like little sock puppets, but they're lizard shaped. But that can't happen in real life. Sad Susie. These are freckles. Yeah. Alfie's cousin tries to make a robot out of socks, and then a ghost monster comes along and inhabits a sock puppet. Now I'm just picturing like, the sock puppet of Dipper from Gravity Falls with the little eyes, getting all mad. What? I liked my sock form. How am I going to color this part in? I'm guessing. Might need to do this on separate things. We'll see how that goes. Susie has big ouchies. They're very large. Might go back in and do effects like the blend stuff later. This one's gonna be heavy on like grossness. Gross, yucky parts. Okay. I think that's it for this page for now. Yeah, there's a trouble. There's trouble to be had. Hello. Not going. Aw. You should, if you can, you should save those. Kind of sad to lose stuff like that if it's getting torn down. So if you can save stuff, save it. Life is harsh for dark eldritch monsters. It is. Nobody has heal spells. Nobody, not even Rousey. This is why it's so important to have a white mage in your party. Or cleric. Cool. And yeah, if you see like a writing or something that you can't save, you can always like take a picture of it too. So I was looking through my camera, I'm like, oh yeah, I have pictures of like things from my childhood that my mom's like, do you want to keep this? And I'm like, no, I don't really have room for it. So I'm like, okay, what I can do is, take a picture of it before it gets thrown away so that I have that, the memory of it. Even if I don't have the actual object. Super old bottle's very cool. I always wonder if somebody like found some stuff that I left like in old houses. I feel like we were like in what country were we in? I don't even remember. It was somewhere in Europe. Where we were staying the night at a hotel, and I discovered a loose brick in the floorboards. Well, I guess they weren't floorboards, they were floor bricks. I discovered a loose brick in the floor of that hotel room, and I'm like, I'm gonna leave something here. So I just drew a picture, and I like signed my name with it, and I stuck it under the brick in the floor. And I don't know what happened to it. Maybe somebody found it, maybe they didn't. I hope somebody found it. It'd be nice, instead of it just being thrown away or whatever, but I'll never know. Yeah, that's a good idea. Like, especially old toys where it's like, oh, I have fond memories of this, but I can't keep it, so take a picture of it. It's especially hard to, like, give that, unless you're giving that, like, to your kids and you can explain the sentimental value. It's hard to, like, give that to another kid because the other kid's like, well, this is an old toy and I don't really have sentimental value to it, so what am I supposed to do with it? No, special lines over here. Yeah, we're gonna have to go back in here later and do stuff to add color. Hello, hello, thank you for coming to the stream. Oh, old matchboxes are kind of neat. Don't some people like collect those? Because those are very unique. Finally! Made it to a stream! It's one where Susie has big ouchies. You get to watch the stream! Which are always fun to do. Although, shoot, I gotta stop. Not stop, but, you know, pause to stretch. Because I stretch every half hour in order to keep my wrists in good shape. I'll do Susie's hair real quick here. Got an idea. Okay, we are going to stop real quick to stretch. Up the soul modes. Ugh, now and then. Oh yeah, my brothers had Matchbox cars and also. Oh yeah, I like how that one of Birdley came out. He's being a smug little doofus, as always. He's pretty much like, rip to you, but I'm different. Thanks, Birdley. No, I'm still working on the pacifist run of yellow. I have not gotten to neutral yet. I'm probably, hopefully I'll finish, I don't know when I'll finish pacifist, either next time or the time after, depending on how long it takes. And I was thinking I might do a neutral run because I've heard things are different and pretty neat in a neutral run, and I'm like, okay, I can stand to, you know, kill one monster for that. I probably won't do a genocide run because that's not usually fun for me. Oh, ad time. Pretty nicely lined up. So, if you missed it, I'll be back in a bit. Right now, I'm stretching anyway, so haha, we're timing it. We're timing it, guys, you're timing it. Watch his male Sigma videos with that guitar song. I've never seen any of those. So I wouldn't know how those go. Make a poll about which monster to kill for my neutral run. Okay, then I have to go through all the monsters first. I don't really want to kill one of the bosses if I can avoid it, unless it's like, oh, I can't stand this boss. I never want to fight them again. Goodbye. I don't know if that's gonna happen or not. But like, I can deal with killing like, you know, one monster for the sake of the neutral run. Okay, hold on a second. I'll be right back. I gotta do one more stretch. Okay, I return. While I fight Clover. I'm not sure how. Okay, I'm back to continue. Are we on special lines and I for gore? We are. Susie, I gotta move your dang hair down a level. Down here with your ding dang hair. Yeah, I'm not sure how the soul modes work in Eldritchrune yet as compared to Undertale. Well, I am curious if we'll finally be able to get a soul mode for like cyan and orange. That'd be pretty neat. I'm not sure what we would do for those yet, but it'd be cool to see. And I guess that probably depends on whether or not we're going to have like a secret boss every chapter. Oh shoot, tangent! Tangent! I was screaming about tangents all during the stream on Sunday. I can't do it here. That would be a betrayal. No, please do not share when you stepped on a needle. I don't want to hear about that. That sounds bad. That sounds bad. Sounds like do not want. I don't want to step on a needle. She is full of ouchies. Protect. I'm sorry, it was bothering me. Those pixels are touching. Stop making the pixels touch. Oh, I hate cardboard cuts. Those are the worst. Ah. Ah. I hate them. I have gotten those before and they suck so bad. I don't know. Maybe we will get a soul mode with Chris and Green, because usually how that happens. Well, I guess because the thing is in Undertale, the Green soul mode was the defense one with Undyne. I'm not sure. I guess you could just do that again in Eldritchrune, but I'm not sure how. Or I wonder how they would like, I don't know, change that a little bit. Because they did change the soul mode a bit with the yellow soul mold. Soul mold? What is soul mold? Chris is like, I want moss on my soul. No, that's why you have to have your boots on, yeah. Oh, sheesh. You shouldn't be having injuries all the time on your job. That's not safe. That's not good. Not a good sign. They should be protecting you. If I was having injuries all the time on my job, I'd be like, hey, job, what is going on? That should not be happening. Union. Yeah, oh, by the way, a third studio unionized in Vancouver. Yay! It's happening. It's happening. Wonder. Do special lines here. So yeah, I'm glad we got a third one going. Maybe the one I'm at will follow soon. We'll see. Although if it has, it haven't told me about it yet. I'm like, I'll sign a card again. Just let me at it. The Canadian people here work hard too. Perseverance, Spider. Nope, that's not correct. The Spider of Perseverance. It does, especially in other countries, because a lot of what happens with animation is that the work gets outsourced to another country where people work just as hard, but because it's not unionized, they're not paid as well for the work. And usually, they end up having to do all this like grunt work for American animation studios. Anyway, they could also be nice if they had the chance to make their own stuff. It kind of sucks just being an outsourced studio, I would imagine. I don't know about turning into a purple spider. I don't know about that. Spider soul does whatever a spider soul does. Does it swing from a web? No, it can't. It's a soul. Look out! Here comes a spider soul. That's my song for you. He's like, shut up. You're a bird. I'm a lizard. We are the same. Why not? Cricket's like, I'm a cricket, by the way. Have you heard? I'm a cricket. I'll let you know. Over and over again. I'm a cricket. Also, Chris, cut your hair. I feel like it'd be a point where, like, eventually, okay, my hair is too long. I'm gonna cut it, and they do, and it's just like this giant poof. And everybody laughed. Like, I'm sorry, I don't know how to cut my own hair with a sword. You shaved yourself bald as a kid. What? How? I feel like that'd be kind of hard to do. No, that's a little worse, actually. Kind of better if it's, you know, all the way bald. I don't really know what to think of that, honestly. I didn't really understand a lot of it. I'm sorry. I don't really get what you meant there. I'm sorry, I didn't really understand the explanation. The only problem with Birdley's face is that the beak is really hard to draw from the front. It's like big, long, pointy thing, and then, as with all birds, I'm like, birds look so stupid from the front. I'm sorry, you do. You are a very bald baby. Some babies are born with a lot of hair, and some are just not. Beaks from the hunt. Offensive. Yes, unfortunately, the Eldritch designs are more complex than the regular designs. So they take longer to do. Especially Birdley, because he is so many feather. So many. He's too much feather. That's what I've decided. Shave him bald. See how he likes it. No! No! Have an AI eat your ice cream for you. No! do like having Birdly do that. Okay, what's that pterosaur walk? How much would I have to pay you to paint the roof of a church with furry Jesus? Well, what's Jesus' persona? Is it a lion or a lamb? I can see it go either way. Also depends on if the church wants it or not. Is this furry church? I ain't painting on a church that's like, why is there a furry thing on our roof? Like, that's not very nice. I don't know. Here's a question. How do we know that the soul that Chris is using is their soul? Ho ho ho. Are you sure about that? Yeah. So there you go. I don't not think that is Chris's soul. I think it's us. Or just the thing we move. If I was going to rent out my soul, I wouldn't do it from Apple. Saying furry church, furry church, furry church, furry church, furry church. That's a tongue twister. Try saying that 5 times fast. Furry church, furry church, furry church, furry church, furry church, furry church, furry furry church. It's so hard to say. Well, you know, there might be one that exists, but also be careful. Be careful. It sounds like Hungarian food after a while. Alright, well, thanks a bunch for coming by. Learning your Bible verses with B-stars. Do they have the Bible in B-stars? Probably not. I don't know, do they? How alike is their world to ours? I only saw the first season. They have B-stars religion? Well, I know they had dinosaurs. Oh, well, that's silly. Might as well say people enthusiastic about sports have mental health issues. How dare you have an interest? Human beings aren't supposed to have interests in subjects. You're supposed to go to work all day and then be sad and miserable. Oh, brother. Oh, brother. To that I say, oh, brother. Yeah. Need to make the hair more stuff. Goat persona. Goats are cute animals. I don't know what communist country is, and ain't the U.S. That much is certain. Not even Canada. Canada ain't that either. Canada is cricket country. You can tell because of the crickets behind me. That won't stop going. I should find a way to like... I feel like that was wasn't that a hoax? Wasn't that one of those things that's like, oh, the thing network did that with Sans? I'm like, I thought that was fake. I thought that was one of those things that was fake. I want actual proofs it was real, because that just seems silly. That just seems silly. I feel like that's a troll, even if it's like, oh, you know, even if they took it seriously on the show, I feel like somebody called that in as a joke. Oh yeah, I remember Pokemon being called demonic when I was younger. Now nobody cares. I like this pose for Susie. Even though she's like, I got a tummy ache. I need ibuprofen. They haven't invented it yet. No. What was the first painkiller to be invented? Or I guess maybe the first modern painkiller. I don't know. Probably been around a lot longer than we think. Most stuff has. She angry. Is an aspirin derived from birch? I don't know, is it? I don't know where you get aspen. Aspirin's derived from aspen. I don't know where you get aspirin from. I'm not well versed in medicine. Yo. She angry. Yeah, if you think about it, like I'm sure that even all our, like our modern medicines, we always imagine like, oh, they're made of chemicals, but like those chemicals, they weren't invented by people; they came from somewhere. Yeah, I'm sure. Probably have to talk to somebody who knows historical medicine in order to figure that out, though. Water is a chemical. Everything's a chemical. What, you want to see a dinosaur having a stomachache? I remember the height of the whole video games are causing violent stuff. Some people still bring it up because, you know, easier to do that than pinpoint any actual problems. David Attenborough describing Eldritch beasts. We could all use more David Attenborough in our lives, though. So calming. Yeah. Special lines. She throws a fit. Okay. Who would have guessed that societal problems would come from society? Shocking, but true. Yeah. Chris in the foreground. Society Joker. No! I have heard tell that we live in one. Do you? Gonna be a giant pain to color all the wounds and stuff too. You wish you were Eldritch? Well, at the very least you get a bunch of new problems, not your current problems. But I imagine you would not be problem-free. For example, a lot of these guys don't have thumbs. And also, no heal spells. But sometimes we all wish we could just be totally unknowable by society. Also, for future reference, Eldritch has a T in it. That's the way people usually spell it wrong, is they forget the T. But Eldritch has a T in it. That's one of those words that's a little hard to spell. I guess not make Chris's hair that fluffy. Not that fluffy. If you were an Eldritch being, what kind would you be? And why? Close to finishing this page. And I can't answer that question because I already did so for it and asked like a ways back. I'm gonna be an Eldritch Cricket. Chirping people to madness. At the crickets of madness. Her eyes too close to the nose there. I really like Caddy's design, but it's a bit of a pain to have to shade like the black void for half. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. Hope you're doing well. We are making progress on this comic. I don't think we'll be able to finish all of the pages today, but if we can get through most of them, that'll be good. Aw, thank you. And Susie is pretty cool, so, you know, Good choice. Big, big Dargan with big, big teeth. Can't go wrong. Can't go wrong with that. Of the fun events. I'm thinking of fun events too. Unless we mean like gaster events. Actually, are they still called fun events in Eldritchrune? Does Eldritchrune even have fun events? Or is that Undertale only? I'm suddenly realizing I can't think of it. Okay, on to page 3. Problem with this one is that oh, yellow has fun events. I was aware of that, yes. I don't know if I've gotten any yet. Aww. That sounds like an interesting beast. Oh, I'm gonna do the special lines. I wonder if Eldritchrune will get something like fun events, or if that's just not in the cards for that game. I don't know. Yeah, my Eldritch Beast is just distracted by screens. Not very threatening. But if the screens get taken away, watch out. Oh no. I'll say there's also always a bit of a toughness to Shade because he's got like smoke at the bottom. Smoke on the water, fire in the sky. Yeah. Maybe Eldritchrune doesn't have fun events because you've got, you know, separate save files. So I guess there's less need for them. Horror! Chris is like, I'm ready for horror. I've got the long metal hair. Put an ant-infested box on me without realizing. Got like a 1984-esque fear going on there. Put the ant box on her. No. It's always very funny when you got like animal characters like, I am intelligent and you can't stop me. Oh, squirrel, laser. Can't help it. Kept forgetting to draw like Caddy's orbiting planet things, spells. They just disappear and reappear like magic. Hopefully the layout for this whole scene makes sense. Had that rough or that wide shot in it earlier, at least. Probably will have to stop soon to stretch again. Yeah. Observe a lizard. Okay, after I do this, I'll stop for a stretch real quick. And we'll get back to it. Okay. We are slowly but steadily making progress. Okay. Stretch time. Yeah, I definitely need it. Definitely need it. Ah, here we go. Whew. Well, also, I'm sure that all cats would already say they're hyper intelligent, except for the orange ones who are very dumb. That's okay. That is the fate of orange cats. Ooh, yummy. Whew. And stretch and stretch. Also, I don't have any muffins to have today because I did not make muffins for this week. I will be muffinless this afternoon. Alas and alack for the muffins. That's okay, because I'll just have cereal instead. Alright, be right back for one more stretch. I return. Ooh, fancy Italian place. That does sound good. That sounds tasty. Also, so I have a box of tricks on that I've been eating, and for some reason on the front it says "Silly Rabbit turned milk pink," and I'm like, are we just advertising this now? Because I'm pretty sure Trix has always done this. It has always turned milk pink. Is this a feature now? How are we advertising it? Yeah. It's 24. Jeez, that feels so weird. People were talking about Y2K stuff recently. I remember Y2K. I remember that being a pretty big deal. Everybody was all worried about it and stuff. Right, right. I'm afraid 2017 fics have been not updated for quite a while now. Once again, I forgot her antlers. How many times does it appear on this page? Just this once, okay. Her antlers! Get over here, antlers! But sometimes that happens. Sometimes it happens with fics, where you'll start something and you're like, I cannot finish this, or I do not know what happens next, or I do not have time, or I do not like it anymore. And that sucks, but that is life. That is the nature of arts. Especially fanfic ones. Did I accidentally hit Control Y? Did I do that? No, that was Control Y. The longest time I didn't know what Control Y did. It was just like, suddenly my stuff looks different. It's because it switched to, if you do Control Y in Photoshop, it goes to color safe mode. Ooh. Where would you put this giant Spider-Verse advertisement if you got it? Is the question. On eBay? You would put it on eBay? You don't want to keep it? But it's a big Spider-Verse advertisement. I don't know, I would want to keep it. I don't know, but I want it. I don't know. Maybe you should hold off if you don't really know what you would do with it even. Noelle's into the big hurt and comfort thing. Like, Susie hurt, I must comfort. I've read the fanfics about this, even though I don't know what fanfics are. Nice, yes. Custom brushes are very useful. This brush I use is a custom brush, although honestly it is mostly just a basic brush that's been modified a bit. It's not hard to make custom brushes. So that feature is very useful. And honestly, that's probably one of my main things why I haven't switched to other programs aside from Photoshop, is that because I have all these brushes in Photoshop that I know how to use and know how they feel and are used to, I just haven't made the switch on that. No. Hey, trying to hit, you know, edit undo in real life. Yeah, custom brushes are useful for, you know, if you have a specific large thing you need to do a lot of, and you don't want to do it all individually. It's like, okay, you can make a brush to get the effect you want. Well, I had one painting teacher who just swore by, you know, custom brushes, and would spend like all of his time just like carving out shapes with custom brushes, and it was a little crazy. It seemed like you had to do so much like refining with it. Not really how my work style goes. I guess it worked for him. Your own brush with your dog's hair. You mean like a real life brush? I would recommend against that. Don't do that with real life. Yeah, but like that doesn't mean you can make a brush with their hair. The whole point of brushes is that they need to have some structure to them so that they can comb other hair. You don't really comb hair with other hair. It's just it's gonna get tangled in itself. Now you might be able to use the hair for like stuffing or something, but oh, paintbrushes. I thought you meant like a cosmetic brush, and I'm like, I don't think that works. Well, in that case, you have to make sure that you can clean it very well, because if you don't clean it very well, it's going to get matted and not going to be much use to you quickly. I'm sure there's like a care routine for brushes that you make yourself. Also, I don't know how you would do that in terms of like firmness or spread or whatever. Brushes are always so expensive. I'm actually not sure what they're even made out of. Carving out your own stick. Gotta find a good stick for that then. Chris, your outfit is complicated enough. Now I have to make sure that you have your sword and a pack on you. You're making it more complicated, dude. Also hard to have them with the hood up because they have too much hair. The thing is, how would you bind the hair to the stick for the brush? Is my question. Chris, just like you, for real, for real? I really don't want to be Chris in this situation. They're going through some rough stuff. Tough times for Chris. Hair monster. Makes it hard to wear hoodies if you don't know what to do with your hair. At least they have a hood in case they want it. No. Elsie has concerns. Floofy hair. It is admittedly very fun to draw Chris with extra floofy hair. Just ridiculously floofy. Too much floof. Just like you, Rousey. Also too much floof. It's actually fiery floof. Floof for fire. I'm trying to combine fire and floof, and I don't know if it's possible. How would you combine fire and floof? Floofer? Flyer? No. Flyery? Doesn't work. So my problem with this part was, I'm like, okay, she got injured fighting a secret boss. Or just a boss from a future chapter. Problem is, we don't know what the bosses from the future chapters are going to look like. So I'm just going to have to make something up. And hope it works. We don't have a clue what the next bosses are. Except for maybe TV Guy. Maybe. silhouettes, whee! Also dividing up all these spots differently, so they might look kind of weird. Hopefully it'll all work when it's done. Toodles. I'm a scary guy, probably. I should break out the nicer brush for the actual attack. Alrighty, thanks a bunch for chatting. Always appreciate when people chat. But I appreciate lurking too. Here's a guy. What's his deal? It's a mystery to everyone, including me. Could be her deal too, I don't know. Their deal. Total mystery. They're just a figure. I feel like this is like final boss of Shadow of the Colossus kind of guy. Which I didn't even get past the third boss of Shadow of the Colossus, so I'm not in great shape with that. I tried, I'm just not very good. Now we'll keep this on special lines, maybe for special lines later. Yeah, Shadow of the Colossus is really good. You know, it's one of those classic excellent games. I just am not good at it. I tried. No, that's not what I wanted. I tried, but I would get so nervous trying to do it. It was a huge game for its time. Very easy to just get lost running around in it. Yeah, I think like the third Colossus was what was it? It's like this big human guy in the middle of a lake, and you have to jump up onto his sword when he smashes down, and then climb up on the sword and get up onto him. And I couldn't even get to that part. I had trouble like getting to the point where I'm like, okay, I'm in the right spot to be hit with the sword. So I mostly know about it through watching people like, you know, be skilled at it, speedrun it, all that other good stuff. No, I'm gonna sneeze, I think. Ugh. Really? Yeah, I feel like every time I try to play it, like my hands would just get incredibly sweaty. Because it really does make you feel like, you know, you're hanging on to this giant creature for dear life. So I would like be gripping the controller so tight that my hands would get all sweaty, and I couldn't actually, you know, win. Thank you. Like, oh no, stuff's coming. Yeah. It's like you want the game to be challenging. You know, you don't want it to be like, oh, this is boring to play. But you also don't want it to be like, this is so challenging that, like, you know, I can't actually get through it. That's probably gonna be different for everybody. And change as you get older and stuff like that. Maybe if I had started when I was younger, it'd be easier. Oh yeah, the music for Shadow of the Colossus is great. I think I had the soundtrack like long before I got the game. I didn't know what all the music was, but I'm like, oh, this music is so good. I would put it on a future games to play list, except I know I would not do well. So, and I would struggle trying to stream it, so unfortunately it will not end up there, but it is a very pretty game with beautiful music. It deserves the praise it gets. My go-to comfort game is Okami. I love the music for that too. And the art direction. And the characters. And the gameplay. All of it. Yeah, Okami was so good. I also played Okami then, although I didn't quite like it as much, especially because the ending was sad. At least in comparison to the ending of Okami. Although I did like, you know, they introduced some new brush techniques you could do. That was pretty neat. Yeah, the original is my comfort game. I don't even know how many times I played it now, but a lot. On multiple platforms. Pokemon Go. Again. Well, I do miss the fact that, like, you can't hear the original credits music anymore. Like, it used to have unique credits music, and then, because I guess when they made the jump from Studio Clover to, Capcom or whatever, they didn't get the rights for that song. Yeah, you can't hear the ending song anymore. Like, the original version on, like, the PS2, when it was Studio Clover that made the game, had that ending song. And then Studio Clover went out of business, and Capcom got the rights to Okami, plus I think maybe another thing did. I'm pretty sure it's just Capcom, though. Which is why Ami is in, you know, Capcom versus Marvel. They got the rights to the game, but I guess not the rights to that ending song, so you can't hear that ending song anymore if you're playing on anything that's, you know, not the original PS2 version. But yeah, it sucks. It's stinky. The ending song's cool. I'm dealing with that with Undertale Yellow now too. I didn't stop to check, but I'm pretty sure there's like a copyright thing on your thing. But when I uploaded Undertale Yellow, but also like I'm not monetizing it. I'm not in a position to monetize my YouTube videos yet, so I don't care anyway. If it was my job, I would definitely care. Because that is stupid. And that whole situation was stupid. At least Toby handled it with class. Yeah. Toby remains a classy guy. But I hope that they work out, like, you know, a method for how people can use it in the future so that they won't keep running into this problem. 'Cause that has been a problem where people are like, you know, trying to, you know, use the music for whatever reasons. And then keep getting copy struck for it, and it's like, I should be able to use it this way. And if you've got that for your career, like if you do, you know, music or analysis or speedruns or whatever you do for that kind of content. Well, I hate calling stuff content. Ugh. Art. If you do that kind of art. And it's like, then YouTube's like, nope, you screwed up. We're not going to tell you how. You can't do anything about it because we're YouTube and we're giant. We don't have enough people to look at all this stuff. The end. It's very disheartening. Okay. On this one. But yeah, again, at least Toby's response to that was pretty nice. I am glad he finally did respond. Okay. On to page 4. Thank goodness for that. We have enough trying to deal with, you know, giant companies just demanding all of our money. Not more of it. Because even with, like, a lot of copyright law stuff. Like, I get the whole point is, like, to protect small creators. That, you know, like, if you make something, you want to be able to, like, keep making money off of it, not have it just be wrenched out of your control. But that's usually not what happens. Usually it is some megacorp trying to protect their IP from any kind of, you know, change to it. And sometimes they're legally required to do that, because if they don't, they're going to lose that. And not a great system. Probably needs some changes. Probably can thank Disney for the fact that it's a bit of a mess now anyway. Even if Steamboat Willie is in the public domain now. Not the same thing as, like, actual Mickey Mouse, though. I mean, it's kind of close, but not quite the same. Okay, that version of Mickey Mouse is in the public domain, but it's going to be a while before another one comes up. And I wonder how they'll do, like, you know, other characters like Donald and Goofy and stuff like that. Or my favorite Disney character, Pluto. I still have a lot of very old Pluto plushies. I had those when I was a kid. And Pluto never gets any love. I love Pluto. Yeah, not that many products with Pluto on it. I mean, usually, you know, you obviously see a lot of Mickey stuff, but also Donald and Goofy are most popular. I'm sure they sell Minnie as, like, the girl stuff, which is a little annoying, but whatever. Yeah, not that much Pluto stuff. Susie rushing in to take a bullet. Susie, don't do it. Oh. And Pluto for the non-binary. Perfect. We've got them all. Pluto for the weird kids. I still have a photo I took a long time ago. Basically, it was like 3 generations. It was like me, my mom, and my grandma went to Disneyland. I don't remember what the occasion was, but it was just like a nice thing with just, you know, us 3 generations. And we stopped and all got a picture of Pluto, which I still have because they know I like Pluto. It was very cute. I have that somewhere, but I don't remember where. I'll need to stop soon for another stretch. See how far we get. Or then, alright, thanks a bunch for coming to the stream. Always appreciate you being here. I'll probably keep going for a while yet, so we got time. So I do want to make some good progress on this while I can before I get back to work. And I really want to finish this this comic before I have my surgery, where I will not be able to draw for a while. So the goal is to get this done in the next 4 weeks at some point. She got stabinated. I hope so too. I hope it all goes very smoothly. I'm excited and nervous. Because it isn't just 4 weeks. It's gonna come up on me so fast. It should go pretty smoothly, but you know, there's always that little bit of worry there. Oh, emergency surgery is not fun. That sucks. I'm sorry. It is super not fun. And you got no prep time, and you can't ask for the time off, and it's just scary. Okay, I think I might need to take another break soon. Susie needs a surgery to remove all this stuff in her side. Oh, that's scary, yeah. I'm glad it went fine, but that is pretty scary while it's happening. Okay. Speaking of scary while it's happening, let's take a break to take care of my wrist. Watch out for falling glass. Okay, stretchy time. water or not. I don't know. I don't think I've had surgery except for I did get my wisdom teeth out once, and I had to be put under for that because it was extensive work to get all my wisdom teeth out. They were all being a pain. I don't know if I've had anything aside from that. Let's just hope I heal fast so I can get back to work. All the stuff I got to do. Big stretch. Big yawn, big stretch. Okay, I will be back for one more stretch. Right, I return. And we'll get back to it. And yeah, I didn't have too bad of a time recovering from surgery for my teeth either. Although I pretty much like slept through 4 or 5 Pixar movies when I first got back. Like, I was very tired. And woke up after all that and aw, poor Susie. She got hurt pretty bad. Yeah, I got after I woke up from that, I'm like, oh, I'm hungry, I want something to eat. And they're like, okay, you know, I can't have solid foods, but here's a pudding cup. So I got some chocolate pudding. And I tried to eat it, and I cried because it hurt to eat the chocolate pudding. Like, even just, like, opening my mouth enough to put a spoon in it. I was like, it hurts. I got better after that, but it was not fun that I'm like, why does it hurt to use utensils? No. Okay. It hurts to be Susie right now. I wouldn't be surprised if I get home from the surgery and also just kind of pass out for a while. Depending on how it goes. I guess I'll paint on the blood stuff later. We'll do that as a separate layer, not the... This comic is gonna have a lot of effects and gross, drippy things that are gonna require extra layers. Extra layers for gross drip. It's the drip layer. no. That weird thing again. Alright, open 4. Where is... Did that weird stop thing again. Here it is. 4. I hate when that happens. When somebody just like, nope, I don't want to do it anymore. Goodbye. I don't do it as often as I used to. Maybe I just learned to work around it, but it shows up every now and then. Or it'll just kind of get stuck and I won't be able to do anything with the file. But I can save it and reopen it, so at least there's that. Did I put the freckles on the last one of her? Yes, I did. I gotta make sure to include her freckles. They're very important. It's always fun to draw big things with big claw. Often when I'm, you know, petting out these or whatever, I'm like, oh, it's the girl of the claw. No, she definitely has more than one claw. She's just the girl of a claw. Little shaky lines. She's hanging in there. Friday's coming. And Chris worried because they're like, oh no. I'm always accidentally drawing over my own lines. I don't know. Chris, you're gonna need to start wearing a ponytail eventually. And those hair out of your eyes. Flashback done. I'm gonna do that in different colors to be like, this is a flashback. Do something that happened previously. Previously on Eldritchrune. Stuff's gonna happen to them. Yeah. I'm feeling like, okay, keep making their hair longer and longer. And fluffier and fluffier. Make it fluffier. Second, I thought I was on the wrong layer and I was gonna be upset, but I was not. Thankfully. Watch what'll happen to me immediately. Huh, avoided it. I like making Rouse extra fluffy too. Which you would not think would be a thing in Eldritch first, but it is. The terror of fluffies. The true horror, extra fluffiness. The fluffiest gold Eldritch. Yes. Most is concealing the fact that he's very fiery. He don't like this very much. Christus, can I help you? Rouse is fluffiest. Susie is toothiest. Birdly is featheriest, and Caddy is cattiest? I don't know. Specialize. Down a bit, actually. The other guys in the back are in silhouette because I didn't want to draw them all the way again. do like drawing an amused face, Chris. One day Sean's gonna be like, hey, I can like tailor your cowl thing for you. You're like, no, it's fine. Gives it character. Gotta have character in your outfit. Probably a few places I still need to add Noelle's antlers too, because she's hanging around. Okay. We'll do these guys in the back. Might need to steal a chocolate snack for my next break, 'cause I'm getting a little hungry. Even if I do not have my muffins in this case. Look, and I forgot her Halo things again. Every time. She just loses them constantly. Hello, hello, thank you for coming to the stream. We are still going on this next comic. We are almost done with this page. Yay! We are on to page 5. Here we go. I like this pose between them two. They are cute. And also, do I need probably need it for that, and do I need... I can get by without the guide for Noelle's antlers in this one, I think. I can wing it on that one. Did it wrong. It's the wrong layer, Gromit. The wrong layer. Chris's hair getting too long. They're getting shaggy. We didn't even have this belt across the front. Your outfit is so much more complicated here. Like when I go back to drawing the characters regularly, I'm like, oh yeah, they have much simpler outfits. This is so much nicer. I'm making it more complicated. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. I am not open for commissions, I'm sorry. I am too busy with this project and my full-time work. I usually, if I open commissions, it'll be because I'm in between contracts for a while, and I'll usually post that on stuff like my Twitter and my Tumblr. I'm sorry, I'm not at the moment. I only draw so many hours a day because of my wrist. So, if I have full-time work, that's where most of it goes to. Bigger for Susie's actually, but probably should keep the lines about the same. I've done that. That would have been better. If my wrist magically never hurt, would I want to draw 24/7? Maybe not 24/7, but I would certainly do it more often without worrying. Unfortunately, I have a physical body, so I do have to worry about that. It really would be magic. Even when I was younger in high school, I injured myself from drawing too much. And not having the right tools for it either. So take care of your wrists. Very important. If only we all had magic wrists. That would be nice. I would appreciate a magic wrist, or at least a robot one. But no, repetitive stress and injury is a thing that exists. She blep. Lizard blep. Blep. All animals are cuter when they blep, regardless of creature. Creature's made to blep. Okay, let's see when I'm supposed to stop. Not for a bit. Here's the thing. Which of the Eldritch beasts would have the cutest blep? Would it be Susie, Noelle, Birdly, or Caddy? Caddy for sure. Does have the advantage of being a cat. Susie blep is pretty cute. Also, if Jockington also bleps, double blep. Bit of an unfair advantage. Cute kitty blep. And snake blep. Kitty and snake blep together. That is extremely powerful. It is very, very cute. I realized I forgot some of Chris's cowl here, hanging off the other side. Heck, is it possible to think of an animal where a blep is not cute? I can't think of one. Does Alfie's ever blep? When she bleps, she kind of has her mouth open for a bit, like, bleh. I don't know if her tongue ever just hangs out or anything like that. It's usually just kind of like, mouth is open. So you see the lizard tongue poke out. And that in of itself is very cute. I just call it doing a bleh instead of a blep. Like bleh. Actually, can fish blep? That's a good question. Suddenly trying to think. Can fish do a blep? Most fish don't have tongues. They can't blep. Oh no. That is a tragedy. No. She's my sweet little girl. Cute little baby. Yeah, I guess most fish don't have tongues. They don't know the joy of a blep. Fish can blep? How do fish blep if they don't have a tongue? I feel like you need a tongue in order to blep, but maybe I'm wrong. Itch, ouch. Elsie's like, I'm gonna have a sit down. Which is hard because I don't really have feet. Oh, yeah, they can do that. But I was mostly thinking blep in terms of sticking their tongue out. Yeah, fish can definitely do the bwah, 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 bwah. In fact, I imagine they're doing it often. They go blah. Yeah, instead of a blep, they're doing a blah. Oh, I'm a fish. Blah. There's smoky stuff down here later. It makes a tuba sound. Wop, 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 wop. Probably depends on the size of the fish. Like, if the little fishes go like whap, 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 whap. Whap, 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 whap. Fish orchestra. Bass fish are the deepest. They're also very loud once you drop them. So I think I gotta stop real quick to do my stretches. I'll finish Chris's arm here. So many fish puns you can do. Okay. Yeah, I do like this pose between them. I think it's kind of silly. Okay. Another stretch, and I might also grab a chocolate real quick for the sake of hungries. So used to reading, there's bass and bass. All about that bass, all about that bass. That's very, the pun was so obvious it flew right over your head. Too obvious. I'm gonna stretch, grab a bite, and also probably more water, all that stuff. Snacky break time, exactly. I usually have some of my muffins, but I did not make any muffins today, so no muffins for me. Probably could have made muffins. I didn't really want to bother with it this week. But I'm sure I will next week. I need to look up times for GDQ when that happens. I'm pretty sure the Undertale run is going to be at like 5 a.m. my time. I'll have to get up way too early. I will be in a state. Alright, I will be right back for another stretch and quick snacks and stuff like that. I'm coming back. No, sorry, I'm eating my chocolate. GDQ is Games Done Quick. It is a speedrunning marathon. And I always really enjoy watching it. I want chocolate. I'll have to shove it to you through the internet. Yeah, it's really fun. I like watching speedruns. At least I like watching the speedrun tournament because it's or marathon because it is very fun. It runs for like 24 hours for a week. So there's some runs happening while I'm asleep. I know there's an Undertale one happening, but it's happening at very early time, my time. Aww. I'm like, what are some new games that came out since the last one that people will be into? Yeah, I haven't played most of them, but I just like watching it because it's fun. You get to see people being skilled. But I really wanted to see the Undertale race, and I can't. And well, I can. This means I'll have to get up really, really, really early. Well, if you're on the East Coast, you won't have to get up as early. Viewfinder. I haven't heard of that. I mean, I know what a viewfinder is. I used to have those as a kid, like the original viewfinders. The big red ones, and you put just like a, you know, a clip or whatever, or some stuff in there. And then you go click, 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 and click through it. Pseudo Regalia. I've not heard of that one. I've got to do a poll on my Tumblr and Twitter eventually for what games to play after I finish Undertale Yellow, because I've got like a big bunch. Ooh, interesting. Insane mechanics. I'm kind of wondering if I should add Who's Lila to the mix, because I was looking up that game and it's cool, but I also kind of spoiled myself on it, like, all the way. So I don't know if I should still play, even though I spoiled myself, because I was like, I'm going to watch all the video essays on this. I'm like, oh, this is cool. I completely spoiled myself. So I don't know if I should add that to my to-play list or not. Because I already have, like, 8 games. I'm like, oh, I should get to that, and that, and that, and that. Those all look fun. People do cool stuff with mechanics nowadays, for sure. I know I had some stuff on the list, like, you try Psychonauts 2 at some point, and Mother 3, and Mario RPG, and I still want to try Secret of Monkey Island, and Stray Gods was one I wanted to try. Disco Elysium. There's like a lot of good stuff out there I never have the time to get to. Oh, that's cool. That's neat. Kind of like a, Superliminal, whatever that one game was, where, like, you change perspective. But you change the size of an object depending on the perspective and use that to solve puzzles. It's cool when people can do cool stuff like that in a game. You can't really do anywhere else. Yeah, I haven't played Superliminal myself. I just have seen it played, and I was like, oh, that looks really cool. Again, people are so creative. It really is kind of nuts how, like, you know, all this money and stuff goes into, like, these giant AAA games, and it's like, okay, yeah, they look nice, but the cool stuff is, like, in smaller places where people just come up with, you know, interesting ideas of how to do gameplay at all. Ooh, Monument Valley. I haven't played that one, but I have, like, I have the soundtrack to Monument Valley 2 on, like, one of my work playlists, because I like the soundtrack for Monument Valley 2. It was very good. That looks like kind of like a, you know, play around MC Escher kind of game, puzzle solving game, which is always very cool. I like me MC Escher. I used to study how to make when I was in school much younger. I basically got into like making what's that called? Tessellations. I would try to make tessellations the way that MC Escher did. It was a fun kind of little math art exercise. I know, that's the problem. It's like there's so many cool experiences out there. I don't have all the time to play them though. I gotta be all choosy, especially as you get older. It's like I don't have any time to play anything. I'm gonna do the dishes. Like I wanted to play the beginner's guide at some point. That looks cool too. I actually enjoy some of those weird walkie simulator games that like make you think about how you're using the medium and stuff like that. That looks fun. Another reason why I'm like, oh, maybe I should try Who's Lila. I don't know. Even if I got spoiled on it. And reasons why I think Deltarune is very fun. It's like in addition to being just, you know, a fun game to play with fun characters, it's pushing some interesting stuff with the medium and asking questions about it. Being like, hey, let's think about this. Ooh, Steve the Diver. Somebody in my Tumblr asked us like, oh, if you like Spiritfarer, you should try Dredge. And I don't know if they were trying to like be funny, because I'm pretty sure that like, you know, Dredge is a horror game, whereas Spiritfarer is not a horror game. But I have heard Dredge is good. I think somebody didn't mention, but Dave the Diver. Okay. Couple interesting like let's play with fishing games things coming out, and yeah, there's generic guide named the Diver game. People doing fun stuff with diving games. Got, of course, famous Iron Lung happening at an extremely fortuitous time, or whatever the word is you use for that. I'd like to try Subnautica sometime. I'm sure I'll definitely freak out first time something scary happens in that. The big fish is gonna get me. Yeah, I need to relook up what Dredge is about, because I know it's a horror game, but I don't remember all the details for it. And I'm not usually one for horror games, but you know, certain experiences I'm willing to give a try. All just depends. Yeah, Susie, your hair is too long. She fits and sits. I feel like there's another kind of like scary diving game other than Dredge, but I can't remember what it is now. What was it? What was the game? I can't remember. There's so many. If I was Eldritchrune, I would hate to have frost on my chin all the time. That would drive me nuts. Okay. Yeah, I'll go back in later to do the yuck. All these open wounds. She's gonna have all these cool scars. Be like, look at my badass scars. Yeah. Be like even better if they were over the eye, but then she probably would have lost an eye, and that would have been bad. Ugh. My water. Okay. Gonna be done with this one. I think so. More than halfway there, yay! Alright, page 6. We got stuff to do to get through it. Yeah. It's time for Chiefs. So for some reason I feel like I did this the wrong way, but oh well. Oh well, oh well. Also, darn ads. Gosh dang it, ads. Blindsided by Smooth but Groove. I'm glad that he's making more stuff again. Music is very good. more special lines. Don't you dare. Come on. No, darn it. I did the thing again. Yeah, he's making music again. I'm very happy about that. He had a long break. I'm not sure why exactly. I didn't look into that, but now there's more stuff coming. It's all very good. So I hope whenever we get more Eldritchrune music, he'll do a song or two from that, because it's always so good. I'm sure he will. I'm sure there'll be a song or two that's just irresistible. 2 or 3 or 5. Oh, thank you so much for coming. I really appreciate it. And thank you for the kind words. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hope you have fun at the other stream. I always appreciate you being here. It's fun to talk to people while I draw. It keeps me focused. I'm not like, I'm gonna go wander off to look at the internet. So yes, thank you. Crickets, yes, I hear you. I know what you're doing. You're always yelling at me to pay attention. Or yelling at the ladies to pay attention. The lady crickets. I think I did some lines wrong there. Ah, right in between. Ugh. I hate when that happens. No, it's this. I feel like the facial expression is always where I get most caught up in, like, this has to be correct. Oh, special little guy. That's so funny. Creaky meows from the cat. There was one time I looked in there and I saw what I think was an albino cricket, but maybe it was just a shedding or something. So I'm like, why is that one suddenly all white? And then I couldn't find it again. So either it died or it was shedding. I did not realize this, but cricket shed. Yeah, probably a fresh shed. Or maybe it was about to shed. Because it was definitely moving around, but it was like all white. Get to the front first. I'm not sure why I didn't realize this about crickets, but then I look at them enough and I'm like, oh yeah, as they're growing, they probably need to get rid of the old skins. The old exoskeletons. Whatever. I'm worried because Alfie's has not shed in a long time. One of the reasons why hopefully whatever we do with the vet we'll start to pinpoint why that is. But she needs to shed. I put her in the shed. I know. I could make her do it, I would, but I don't know how to do that, or if that's even possible. Probably not. You will stay in the shed until you shed the shed. Put her in the sheds, she said. She sells sheds by the... Ugh. Getting complicated. It's not impossible to eat too much if you have pasta. Well, I guess it technically is, but not emotionally. But welcome back. Thanks for heading back. We are still working on this part. If I somehow finish all of this part today, well, this is like a 3-part thing, so this is the first part of 3. If I somehow finish, oh, that is a lot of carbs. Wow, that is so many. That's very good pizza. I do like me some good pizza. What's this comic's premise? This one, I think, was voted 3rd in the thing. This is Chris versus the Parasite. They are going to help Susie out with a long-standing problem after she gets severely injured. That's all carbs. Oh, her antlers. I need her gosh darn antlers. So yeah, Susie, severely injured. Chris is like, they feel bad about it, but they don't want to say that. Susie has had a parasite problem for a while. Chris is going to go take care of it. Unfortunately, this is going to be very difficult. Well, some pizza has fruit, not all pizza. Is tomato a fruit, though? Is it? Smug Birdley. Birdley's like, I just wouldn't get a parasite. I'm smarter than you. Rip to you, but I'm different. I feel like her antlers should have been bigger. Oh well. Oh well, no well. Sheesh, her dang antlers are like the hardest thing to shade. Birdley would get into internet debates about anything if he thought he was right. Sandwich hot dog gamer forever. What, he wouldn't be into, like, you know, good old Doritos and Dew? The water is not wet thing. In this case, question, is Chris fruit or vegetable? Can you put Chris on a pizza? water isn't wet underwater? How come water isn't wet underwater? Chris is spicy, not a fruit. What, you can't have spicy fruits. Is it impossible for a fruit to be spicy? Well, Eldritch Susie knows the answer. They're like, they taste like apples. Obviously. So, not spicy. Well, unless it's a spicy apple. Could you have a spicy apple? I mean, you have a tangy apple. But that's not the same as a spicy apple. But is water wet because water is wet, or is water wet because we feel like it's wet? They smell of apples. And apparently to Susie, their tea tastes like apple juice. But it's like blueberries to Ralsei. So either way, fruit. What are the facts of fruit and water being wet? I need to keep an eye on the clock and see when I need to take another break. Probably not for a bit though. I'm really bothered by this. There has to be a spicy fruit, right? There has to be one. If I heard of Chipchilla. Isn't that bluey ripoff? With chinchillas, which are actually a very sweet little animal. No one dragged chinchillas into this. Fruits come in sweet, bitter, acid, and water. The 4 fruit elements. Yeah, what about peppers? Are those a fruit or a vegetable? I would say peppers are the original spicy. The most spicy you can possibly spicy. Clearly the flavors are sweet, salty, cold, and pain. Chris is like, my flavor is pain. Yeah, what was the 5th flavor? The 5th element flavor. Sweet, salty, cold, pain, and flamin' hot pizza for the boys. Umami. I'm gonna have to use a small brush for them, they're too small. Oh, what was the 5th flavor? Cactus fruit can be spicy. Oh, that makes sense. It's cactus. Cactus is like, how did you get past our defenses? Spice be upon ye. Whoa. It's really bothering me. I can't remember the 5th flavor now. Or was there only 4 flavors? And there were like 5 blood types, and that was the joke? Or were there always 5 options? On the case, tell us, what are the flavors that your vessel can like? Sweet, salty, acid, bitter, umami. What is umami supposed to be? I always thought that was like a burger place. So I think I did that wrong. Chris, get your knee up. Mommy is like weird. Sour and soft. One of the flavors was soft? Soft. I feel like we're describing like ice creams rather than flavors. Like soft serve. I feel like I did this wrong. Ah. Whatever. Soy sauce is umami. It's kind of like a... That's more like a salty flavor... you know, savory kind of thing. Give us the ice cream. Give it to us. Yeah, I don't think Gaster has eaten food in a while. Maybe not at all. Also, you know, your favorite blood type. What does that mean? Mommy is savory. I guess that makes sense. Tangent! It's felt like a tangent. Tangents, my beloved. Ah! Ah! They're everywhere. Do I not have a favorite blood type? I don't know. Also, I think I might need to take a quick stretch break. Favorite blood type is O negative. Surprised. Surprise Cyclops. You can donate your blood to anyone. Nice. I think my blood type is O. I can't remember the last time I checked. I know my mom is AB, which is universal receiver, whereas O is universal donor. How did they decide the letters? We have A, we have AB, AB, and O. Universal donor sweep. Perfect. Oh, it's supposed to be 0? Why does everybody call it O? Just to mess with us? Just to make us doubt our reality? It's about the protein. That's probably the protein thing. Blood 0. New blood 0. 0 calorie blood. Yeah, at least with AB you can receive all the types if needed. But that's how it be. These are very yummy flavors of blood. My blood is umami flavored. Very savory. Like soy sauce, which honestly it probably is. Oliver Susie says, I'll tell you my favorite blood flavors. All of them. Alright, I'll be right back for one more stretch. Okay, I return. Someone told me they were a vampire and they had V blood. What? How would you pretend? Why would you pretend to have a different blood type? I thought the whole thing with vampires also they don't have blood? I don't know. The whole blood alphabet. There's probably an animal out there that has like 50 different types of blood. Just to make things complicated. When you suck the blood, you convert it. Does that mean as a vampire, your blood is constantly blood type is constantly changing, like whatever blood you drank is now your blood type? Or do you mix and match? I need answers. Horses are 8 blood types. Dang it, horses! I knew we couldn't trust you. Horses' blood types are like, I don't know. I wonder which animal has the most blood types. Finally, earth ponies have, they do have something special. Must be nice to earth ponies. 6? I'm a little sad that, G5 didn't keep going as it could have. I mean, maybe it will, but I don't know about it. I don't know what they're doing with it. Ugh. Earth ponies have like 8 different types of blood. Unicorns like, well, we have 50 types of blood. It's magical blood. No, what's wrong with earth ponies? Yeah, it'd be cool to use magic and fly, but earth ponies deserve love too. Chris might be regretting this decision. Just a bit. Chris, you're just full of regrettable decisions. See, I just get around the pony problem, and what pony would I be by being like, I'll be a griffin, obviously, duh. They would let us put our pony sonas in the thing some more, and I forgot about the stupid strap around their neck and on their shoulder. Every time. Chris is in a fun situation. Record scratch. You might be asking yourself how I got into this situation. Huh. Interesting. I wonder why that's true for animals. Or for dogs and cats, at least. Humans are just like, no! We need the right blood or else I'm going to cry. That is true. Cooking food is extremely useful. Susie's like, I don't need it. Useful to you, maybe. Not to me. That is true, but you still are cooking the blood in the recipe, right? I don't know if I've ever had a recipe with that involved. Maybe I have, but I don't know. And then blood sausage. Look at all that blood. Extensive knowledge. Person to share my extensive knowledge of cannibalism while Chris is getting eaten here. I guess it's thematically appropriate. I'll admit my knowledge of it is limited. Oh, I did watch that one video essay on it. Oh, who was the one that did that? So I was watching through all of the video essays that H Bomber Guy recommended at the end of his last big video. I know there was that cannibalism one in there. You can boil it for consumption, just need to be picky. I feel like I would be too picky to the point where I would be like, no thank you. And that's just me, though. Like, how would you know if you boiled it enough? I better not be on the wrong layer, or I'll be mad. I don't know about that. Least concerning Twitch chat messages 2024. Oh boy, most normal. Most normal chat. I'm too picky for this kind of conversation. I'm just like, yeah, it's weird. I want my hamburgers plain. It's for Halloween. Okay, I feel like it's just like what everybody people describes like it's just pork. It's just kind of like pork, which in case like why don't you just have pork? I don't know, maybe that's just what I've heard. Also, I feel like, you know, we made vegan meat that tastes like human. It's like, okay, so like the Undertale joke, what if somebody's vegan? I have substitute soul right over here. I'll get you some vegan soul. It's the vibe. It's about the vibe. Ugh. Yeah, I imagine it's pretty chewy. Bleh. Bleh. I'll stick with regular foods. For regular dudes. Not sure what's the weirdest thing I'd be willing to try. I am pretty picky, so I'm probably not a good metric for that. Isn't that weird? I'd say it depends a lot on the situation you're in. Yeah, I'm a picky eater. I mean, like, maybe if I was like, you know, that rugby team that crashed in the mountains and that was my only option, then yeah, you do it to survive, but recreationally, nah. That means it's morally fine. Basically, that will be a no for me unless my plane crashes in the mountains of the Andes. Also, I thought it was, well, I'm sure there's like, it's kind of thing where like it's legal but also not because depending on the circumstances kind of thing. Chris, your dang hair's in the way. Again. They're gosh darn in here. Yeah, like if they're already dead. The problem is, I think they were pretty sure that in Skybox they were over the ocean, so, you know, like, they wouldn't have had that option. I lost track of what's going on here. What the heck did I draw? I've lost the plot. Phoebus is like, y'all are weird. You're weird. Oh, I forgot her freckles again. Get freckles on that lizard. I told you, appropriate conversation. I had one chance and you blew it. Hello, welcome back. We're consuming the ethics of cannibalism while Chris is getting eaten. Consume. We had to fix the spelling on it. Which would really be nice if we could edit stuff, but I guess once you put it out, that's not really practical. Again, I'm just not interested recreationally. Have you seen what people put in their bodies? I don't know. Is it any worse than things that animals put in their bodies? We feed, like, chicken scraps and stuff like that. Unless you know where your chicken meat's coming from. Probably not the cleanest either. I say as I'm gonna go make some chicken for dinner tonight. Fries, ugh, I don't want to be that guy either. I don't want to be that guy. I just upload the full VOD. I don't really edit them down. Hasn't been a problem yet, but I also don't, I am not at the stage where I can monetize anything on YouTube, so it's not really relevant. Oh, hello, hello, thank you for coming. You are coming in at a time, for sure. This is a time to come in. I'm ready. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. Susie is enjoying a nice snack. Well, let's hear. Get an on-screen chat overlay or something for the VODs. That's true. I've been thinking about that. I need to figure out how to do that. I'm sure there's a way to do it. No, you need more than 1K subs. I know because I've checked and it's like I have 1K subs, so I could do it, but I need something else in addition to 1K subs. I can be monetized for discussions of cannibalism. No. I thought this was a free country. Okay. Yeah, there's something else. I think you need to, like, have people have watched a certain number of hours before that. So I'm kind of keeping an eye on that, but it's like a lot of hours people have to have watched. Or else you also have to have, like, people watch shorts, and I don't really do shorts. So. But yeah, I've been thinking about, I probably need to do, like, chat overlay of some kind in my art streams. And probably the game streams, too, just so people know what I'm talking about. I need to set aside time to, like, do that. Yeah, it's a long one, interesting one. Probably a lot of content warnings on this one. Probably the grossest so far. Things are gonna get yucky. Yeah, I know there's stuff like, what was it? There's some streaming program I know you can do. There might, like, I use OBS to stream. So I might be able to do it through OBS, but if I just move some stuff around, but I'd have to kind of play with that and figure out what I'm doing. Or ask somebody else how they do it. Actually, use knowledge, and I forgot her antlers! Again. No, get your ding-dang antlers in here. Poor Susie. It's okay, she gets a Chris out of it. She gets a Chris snack. Okay, here we go. Oh, stream elements? How often do I, and yep, I regret it every time. I'm like, ah. Like, oh, these antlers will look cool. They'll look like a big snowflake. Me later. Ah! At least I have this little guide I can draw from. Well, it kind of makes it look a little flat, but oh well. It'd be better if I had like a 3D model I could take pictures of. Not that much Noelle in this part, just a little bit. A bit more for more towards the end too. Yeah, the problem is the lore I've established is like, yeah, sometimes her antlers will break off because they're kind of like, you know, made of ice, but then they grow back. So, and it'd be kind of more of a pain to actually have to be like, okay, she broke her antlers, now I have to keep that consistent. Consistency. What's that? Yeah, I need to look up what the other thing is that you need in order to be monetized on YouTube. I think it is a certain amount of watch time. Which I'm not there yet. And now they snuggle. In this episode, Noelle is wearing a non-conspicuous 10-gallon hat. They found it in the Eldritch world. It's an Eldritch hat. There's so many extra lines on this. Okay. Susie, I fear your tail may be too fluffy. Too fluffy for school. Also, I have totally lost track of when my next break is supposed to be. I mean, technically you can have a tail as a human. Some humans have tails. No. Well, that didn't work out. Not very typical, though. Like that one X-Files episode. Oh, no wonder it did that. Apple software update, please. Want a big fluffy tail? You can just flap it in people. You've always wanted to start X-Files, and you'll be pursued by the government and nobody will believe you, except for your partner. Sometimes. Then here's the thing, you're gonna have to deal with that big tail yourself, and like, what if you want to sit in a chair? Too bad. You can't sit ye chair. Well, you have to get one of those special sitting chairs. If you go quadrupedal. Yeah, horns would be neat. Although, if you're laying down and you have horns, depending on what kind of horns you got, that's another problem. I would like some wings, though. Then I could fly. Hello, hello. Thank you for coming. Chris just got eaten. Let's go on to page 7. Which I don't think we'll be able to quite finish today. But it'd be cool if we got close. Maybe we can. I don't know. Yeah, cuddle pile. Yeah, he got big horns. That's gonna be a problem for him. Also, I just realized I need to label these properly. Hello, hello, thank you for coming. Yeah, Chris does need a medal. This is gonna be a not super fun experience. But they're doing it for reasons. Kissing Caddy. They're doing it for friendship. Ironically, no. That is the issue, is that Chris has some anxieties they're dealing with. But the ending is like strangely wholesome because they realize it was friendship all along. It was the power of friendship. The relationships between a human and their giant eldritch beast. Yeah, Caddy's like, oh boy, here we go. Or mostly, now we gotta wait around for Chris to get back. This is gonna take a while. Bleh, I'm gonna loaf. Thank you. They are very fun to draw, even if they do take a while to draw. But they're still fun. So that's why I'm still doing them. Goth's horse girl movie. And you make friends with the big scary horse, but the big scary horse is also a horror from another world. No one understands them like you do. Are you a goth horse girl? No, I'm not. I'm sorry. I missed my horse girl phase. I was always into dragons. Maybe kind of wolves. You know, you got your horse girls, your wolf girls, and your dragon girls. And I was mostly dragon and a bit of wolf. Never really a horse girl. And I guess I was briefly, but it was kind of like... it was kind of professionally. Oh, that's cool. Thank you. That is cool. I'm glad you're sharing it. I'm glad I finally get to do some Caddy in this one, because Caddy I always really thought was very fun. I haven't gotten to draw her that much in the comic yet. So she gets a little bit of stuff to do here. Yeah, Dragonology book. What was the other ones they had? They had like an angel one, a wizard one, and a demon. Did they have a demon one, or is that considered new? Not for the kids. I'm pretty sure I'd be way more in the furry fandom if I had grown up with it. But now I'm kind of like peripheral to it. I'm like, okay, sure, I got my little fursona. I got all that. It would be fun. I should go to a con sometime. Meet people, hang out. I know I've got some former coworkers who do stuff in the community. I could be like, hey, take me to your local con. Now they sleep. At least until Birdly. It's like, hey guys, did you realize Noelle's antlers are missing again? Put those on. Put some antlers on that girl. No. I know there's another one down here I need to do. Deafening laugh track, yep. I know, I haven't been to cons in so long. I miss them. I used to do them all the time. And I wasn't able to do them as much in Canada, and then after the pandemic, I totally stopped. Yeah, Berkeley is pretty big. He's one of the big ones. Caddy's smaller than them. Antlers are sometimes real and sometimes missing. They make you doubt your senses. Oh, we were just talking about lemming. Susie did a blep earlier. A blem. Blem, blem, blem. You can choose more than one. You don't have to stick to the same one. A blem. A blem, blem, blem. That was on this page. We get blem. A blep. Blem. And we're talking, I don't know. They wouldn't have fallen off. She's just shedding them. Just now. Forever. Bleh. Okay, I can't remember if we're supposed to stretch again, so I'll probably just go until like 5 or so. And then stop around there. The 10. Be like, surprise! No, she's always had a 10-gallon hat on. She's cosplaying for Undertale Yellow. Yeehaw! Everybody wants to be a cowboy now after playing Undertale Yellow. So I think I missed Rousey over here, didn't I? Oh, he's over here. Yippee-ki, yay, motherfucker. Yeah, that was nice. Thank you, Jake from Adventure Time. You're always just slightly changing. Gaslight gatekeep girl boss everybody into. She's always had a giant cowboy hat. What are you talking about, antlers in the shape of a snowflake? It was always a giant cowboy hat. These dubs you see with her having antlers, secretly a cowboy hat. Well, thank you much for coming and seeing how it gets worked on. Yay! I really want to finish this one before my surgery, so we're trying to make progress. But yeah, it is a long one. This is only the first part of 3. I still need to finish the roughs on the 3rd part, or at least finish the roughs on the 2nd part. Basically like how, you know, some of the comics have been in 3 parts. Like the one with Rousey, where Chris meets Rousey, that was in 3 parts. This one's in 3 parts too. This is just the longest one. It's 24 pages total. How did it end up that way? Oh, yes, I am getting surgery in about a month. This is for a breast reduction surgery. So it is intended, it's planned. It's just, you know, always a little scary. But it's something I should have done a long time ago, so I'm finally getting my date for it. Thank you. I can't believe it's only a month away. Yes. Although not total removal, sadly, just reduction. Yeah. I don't know if a lot of kids, like little kids, know what Adventure Time is. Because I think that would be, after, or before their time. Like, Adventure Time's been out for a while. I'm not sure what kids are watching nowadays, but I doubt it's Adventure Time for like 9 years old or something like that, 10 and under. Yeah, it's over 10 years old, so I'm not surprised that 10-year-old probably doesn't know it. Oh, yeah, that's a famous comic. No. Yeah, this is something I've needed for a long time, so I am glad to finally be getting it. Okay, I'm glad it's a good recovery. Mostly I'm concerned about my arms. I need those to draw. My mom's gonna come up and stay with me during recovery, which is nice. I don't want T-Rex arms. I'm gonna try and get her to play Undertale with me. Do not lift anything. Ugh. How am I gonna dress myself? Oof. Yeah, I'm really glad she's gonna be around to help. I'm happy about that. She was very insistent on it. No, Skibbity Toilet. Yeah, so we talked about Skibbity Toilet. But yeah, my grandma was also possibly gonna come, but she cannot, I think, because she is quite old. I don't have any button-ups. I do not have button-ups. All of my shirts go over my head. I just do not have button-ups. I'm sorry, I don't have them. We'll see if I have time for that. We'll see how it goes. I guess I'll have to get some fast. I don't know. I hate clothes shopping though. It's the worst. I don't like clothes shopping. Yeah, in that case, all the more reason I need to get this done before that. Archon. Archon is a good Pokemon, that is true. I'm pretty sure Archon can lift arms. At least a little. It's like, this situation, less than ideal. Yeah, I'm sure I'm not into what the kids are into these days. I'm certain I'm out of it, but that's okay. I'm into what I'm into, and that is all good. And some kids might like Undertale Eldritchrune. I hope so, anyway. Okay. See how much further we can get to 5 o'clock. They're like, Birdly! Shush! Shush your birdly mouth. Marchin, no. I like Marchin. Shut your squawker. Like, you know what the situation calls for me to talk about video games at you. Existential crisis. Better watch out, Birdly. Caddy has like 7 eyes to roll. That's a lot of eyes. No, he just wants to talk in general. And they're just like, we don't know what you're talking about. We don't talk about that one. Everybody's like, good. He's just so excited to talk to you about his interests. Even if nobody knows what they are. Well, talking of getting chat onto my VODs, I was kind of wondering if I should also maybe do a little PNG tubing stuff. Oh, the Zaya Fort. I remember that. I remember that. That was so funny. Back in the day. Oh no, my art's very old on my DA. Watch out. I haven't updated that in like a bajillion years. It's probably abandoned at this point. I tried to look back at it again and I was like, I have no clue what's happening here anymore. How does any of this work? I cannot go on. I admire people who are still managing to post there like a bajillion years later. Could not be me. Yeah, you know, a lot of Kingdom Hearts art there anyway. That's true. That was where I started posting all that kind of stuff. 90s kid. Dude. But I was mostly drawing like Kingdom Hearts stuff. Is that 90s kid? I think that should be something else, but I don't know. I mean, they're kind of the same person, so it's kind of a self-censorship. Like, it's like, so, like, Heartless Sword is not really a separate entity. My baby art. My baby art. It was so old. That was like my first brush with like, holy crap, something has gone viral because it got onto like the front page of DeviantArt. Oh, ad time. Yeah. Ooh. Drink of some water. Oh, I forgot her whiskers. Whiskers, I forgot her earrings. You do have interesting motivations. Susie Noel, like we're trying to have a moment. Please, Birdly. Yeah, I gave up adding stuff to DA. I can't keep up with it. It is simply too much. Dude, Noel tracing the antlers forever. Caddy has no earrings and everyone has a 10-gallon hat. I mean, everyone, even Susie. I mean, everyone folds into easy-to-draw boxes. true horror. Everyone was a box the whole time. We were in Minecraft. Birdly was right. No! What if we were in Minecraft all along? It's definitely, like, the Eldritch Beasts are the most fun to draw, and they also take the most time to draw because they're just complicated. You are complicated beasties. Beastie boys and girls. Debating when I should actually stop. At least I got through most of this first part. It is much work that I give myself, because I am that way. Don't be like me, kids. Make simpler character designs. It probably would be even more accurate to, like, you know, actual Eldritch stuff if, you know, they were more complicated designs, like some kind of Bloodborne thing going on, but I can't do that. That would be exhausting. So this is where they will be. You can do funky things with the lighting here too. Okay. Whew. Oh, Ralsei. Ralsei's like, oh boy, now I'm stuck with all their friends. Little tiny Ralsei. Gosh darn it, my person's gone again. Now I gotta sit here and wait for them. That's okay. Everything takes practice. Okay. Chris, not having the best time. I need the 15 or... No, 10's okay. Well, I probably actually should stop soon to do a stretch and also to go make dinner, because I'm starting to get hungry, ironically enough. Chris, why did I do this again? On purpose! Well, there's reasons. Mostly because they feel really bad because Susie got injured. And they're like, okay, I have practical reasons for this. Doesn't mean it's fun. Do so much stuff with all extra layers of yuck. She got injured! She got ouched. In like, where's the page for it? For gore. She got ouchied. I will. Where am I now? At least want to finish up a panel. Also, I'm close to the page too. Shoot. I'm so close! And then like 8 is only a half page. But I shouldn't push myself too far. But I'm close. I'm shockingly close. I know, I should not. I have to go up to this with, I forgot, again, every single time. The strap around the shoulder. It's very important for it to be there. I keep forgetting it. I keep forgetting it. Okay, I gotta like... this is such a hard angle to do. I like did this angle like 5 times. I'm like, no, that's not right. No, that's not right. No, that's not right. Not like you can really reference it either. Make Chris wear a potato sack. I need more than a potato sack. No, no, don't hurt your hands, I say as I'm not stretching a bit. We're gonna need to do a separate layer for this stuff eventually. We'll definitely draw stuff tomorrow because I have to get back to work on my usual job. Okay, we'll go over this later. Okay, fine. I guess I should stop. Okie dokie. But yeah, we're close to finishing this part. And then we just got like a half one where Chris sets off. But hey, we made it through most of this. All kinds of stuff happening. Yay! And then after this, it's just another 16 pages. Ah! Okay, yeah. There were some fun and interesting chats today. For sure. Yeah, that's one of the warnings. That is a content warning this will get. Along with probably like blood and wounds and probably some other stuff next part too. Because there's more going on. So, and I'm sure I will tackle more of this next week. I'm trying to think if there's anything going on next week that will prevent me from streaming. And I can't think of it at the moment. I should post a DeviantArt. That would be extremely weird out of context. I have not posted here in 6 years. Have an out of context comic. Yep, that's fine. But before next art stream also, there should be more Undertale Yellow on Friday. As far as I know, nothing should be in the way of that. But yeah, make pretty good progress. I almost got through all the lines on this one. So that's good. I do have to finish the roughs on the third part though. I'm close to finishing it. I'm like halfway through the third part roughs. Almost. But I don't know if I'll be able to get to more of it tonight because I've got stuff to do. But yeah, progress is good. And I appreciate you all being here for silly conversations about it. But yeah, thanks a bunch for coming to the stream, you guys. I always appreciate you being here. And people who are, joining and watching. I think I got some new followers, so thank you so much. Oh, came back. Sorry, I'm just closing up for the day. Because I need to go make dinner and rest my wrist. Because I was pushing a little there at the end. But yeah, thank you guys so much for coming. I super appreciate you all being here. And I will see you all next time. Should be one on Friday. So yeah, have a good night. And I will see you all later. Take care.